Welcome back to Everybody Guys.
I'm Jim.
I'm Will. No, you're not. He's Jim. He's Andy. Jake. I'm Will. That's Jeff behind the camera. Thanks for watching.
How
Make sure
are
you
we?
subscribe, like, comment.
And we're done.
We got
Good job. Excellent. Woo! Good job, guys.
Today is a big day.
It is a big day. Why is it a big day?
Because Ian and Jeff are running now. You can't do that
That was
because
completely unintentional.
it
kind of worked.
it's scientifically backed that we have a candle on the show.
We do. We do.
We're just trying to
I
spruce
feel like I'm
things up.
excessively far from my mic right now.
See, what you did was you ran here because Ian and Jeff are running now.
I ran more than here.
He ran more than here.
I ran a mile before I ran here.
He ran a mile in his shoes.
That's true.
What
I
have
got
you
new
done
running
lately?
shoes.
Also, I still have gum in my mouth.
It's an ongoing problem.
I know, but usually I get rid of
You
it
know what's
before the
exciting?
show starts. But like, it's not really that big of a deal.
No, you
Yeah,
usually
it's
just think that you get rid of it, and then usually
That's probably
find
true.
out halfway through the
We're
year.
going
probably
to the
true.
Flyers not this weekend, but the next.
Next
Sure,
Thursday.
so-
Next Thursday day.
It's going to be exciting.
So we're gonna film probably on Tuesday or Monday.
Yeah, so you might get an early pod.
We'll see.
That'll be nice.
And
It'll be nice.
A short will be coming out as soon as we can. I know I didn't post one this week, but
Yeah,
it will be coming.
the
as soon as
repercussions.
Tyler Toffoli sat tonight ahead of the Devils game
That's because he's getting traded.
because the trade deadline is tomorrow.
possible. Tomorrow.
And
To
the
the-
Flyers.
He's
Big
getting traded
moves.
to the LA Kings.
The Flyers. No, he just got traded from the LA Kings.
He's getting traded back.
He's not.
Yes, he is.
He's not.
He is.
Anyway, the Flyers traded Sean Walker. Everyone gives Sean Walker
Sean
a hand for the
Walker!
half the season he was here.
All right,
he
that's
killed
enough.
it.
That's enough.
6
Stop.
goals.
Go. Keep going.
He got us, netted us, because of hockey.
You have to get off after that.
I know,
I know.
I agree.
You're not allowed to talk
a
about it.
protected top 10 first round pick in 2025, which is next year. Next year's draft.
I know.
Dude, that's
And
weird to
Ryan
think.
Johansson, that they immediately put on waivers. But still.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right, that's enough. Stop.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he literally didn't even play a game yet.
No.
How the heck are we clapping?
Settle down.
But he's a classic Flyer. Yeah, it's gone. It's
You know what?
over. It's done.
No more complaining about
would
his shoeing.
to
It's
I
start
know.
this
Can you
off.
just stop now, please?
No, it's
How's-
already out of his mouth.
How's everyone's week's been? And if you say good or fine, then we have to stop the show right now.
Good.
Jeff, pause.
Fine.
Or fine. Mine has been,
It's
what's it? Synonym for good/fine.
Mine's been Doug.
Mine's been enough. Enough of this week. I'm ready for the weekend.
does anyone have any more
We
I'm
should
dead
have to wait
inside.
oh wait, I'll check my new MacBook. Wait.
Stop.
I'll
Does anyone have any fish facts for us this
like,
week?
you won't even have to
I
wait
do
12
have
hours.
facts.
We've been crushing it with the fish facts lately.
You know that killer whales hunt great white sharks, but they don't eat their whole thing. They just eat their liver. They only eat their liver. They just see.
They're picky eaters?
Bro, they just eat the liver of a shark. They know how to get it to where they just eat the liver and then they don't care about the rest. Isn't that crazy?
Dude,
that
killer whales
Killer
Listen, Jim has this
They're
thing
not
with what is it? Seals?
leopard seals.
Leopard
Hold
seal.
up. Do you
He
like
went-
You
Nightmare
don't
fuel.
like the orcas, right?
I do.
Really?
They scare me.
Yeah,
What?
I'm not really a big
What
fan
scared
of
you?
orcas.
Jim went on for
orcas.
about 20 minutes the one night explaining to me why leopard seals are the most frightening creatures in the world.
Okay,
For real?
start.
Have you
Start.
ever seen a leopard seal?
Yes.
They are giant. They are ginormous, and they look like a demon straight from the underworld. And they're vicious. That's it. Really?
I don't know. I feel like I can't really understand it, but it reminds me of seeing people with their what's it called? With shark diving.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like this video of this girl swimming backwards under the water, and there's a freaking ginormous shark swimming towards her, and it's like guiding you, telling you what to do if it's like coming straight at you. I'm like, yeah, like I wouldn't be there in the first place.
right.
The water is the most horrifying thing in the entire world.
Oh, for
No,
sure.
Like the
sure.
even
It is
getting
not
in
even
the
deep
ocean.
below.
Depths,
The
yeah,
deep
but
jungle.
like-
the deep jungles of the Amazon. are-
50 feet out.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would rather
Hold on.
walk through the Sahara.
Have you ever, not even the Sahara, but the deep depths of the Amazon rainforest? Have you ever heard stories of people who they haven't even explored all the rainforest?
Well, I don't
Listen,
doubt
I'd rather
that,
walk
but-
through the Sahara than the jungle. I think Sahara is the easiest to go.
All right,
to.
I
so
agree.
wait,
Why would you be scared walking
Yeah.
through that set?
would you rather go deep diving?
Well, the African
Wait.
Serengeti then.
All right,
if
so-
that's what you need to be
so-
called. You're gonna get eaten by a lion.
Are you going deep diving or are you walking through the Amazon rainforest? The jungle. There's no way.
Jungle.
I'm going through the jungle. I'm
It's
taking
the-
my chances.
Deep diving?
The
Like,
jungle,
yeah,
I can
like-
run. I can't swim fast.
Like exploring the
way.
Titanic.
Oh,
And,
well, no, not that.
right.
But like,
What,
diving?
okay, wait. What about just like you're deep sea fishing and you have to jump into the water for that just makes me
I know. I'm
Listen, I
freaking
agree.
out right now.
But a
scared.
close second would be
hold
the
on.
rainforest.
You
Have
know
you ever
what?
heard stories?
You know, it's like weird that like you say a leopard seal, like the
Yeah.
most random animal is creepy.
Yeah.
I think
A baboon.
baboons.
Yeah. No, orangutans. Orangutans are horrifying.
Bro,
orangutans are horrifying.
Orangutans are amazing
They're-
creatures.
Oh, I agree.
They
but
are
like,
so smart.
if one's
That-
like
is that
staring
why?
me down, if one's like staring,
I
like the
know.
big orange ones.
Yeah, with the big arms.
Yeah, and the faces that look like they're gonna
Have you
haunt
ever-
you. Like that would be the type of animal that you'd wake up and it's like sitting beside your bed, just like
I
looking
know.
at you.
Yeah.
right?
The
Have you
horror
ever
That's
seen
the
the
one.
one where the
Yeah.
girl drops her sunglasses into the orangutan enclosure and it puts them on? It literally picks them up and is looking out and then puts them
Like-
on.
I think they're amazing creatures, but they're horrifying. Like
Mo-
their look in their
Yes,
face is
apes
horrifying.
are fascinating.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
gorillas and apes.
Gorillas are awesome.
Gorillas are.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen?
Like if I got killed by a gorilla, like it'd be cool. But if I got killed by an orangutan, I'd be horrified the whole time.
Yeah, I'd also rather
Yeah.
try and be like, I'd rather be scared by a monkey or even a tiger or whatever coming out of a jungle than seeing a stinking shark the size of my house coming near me with these stinking.
Yeah, but here's the
Razor
thing.
blades.
And you
Here's the
can't
thing
really
with
even
sharks.
see it. And you
Here's the
can't
thing-
really
you
even
can't
see
see it
it.
until
Here's the thing with
I
sharks.
hate
That
the water.
video shows. That video shows is that
Hate
you
the
literally
water.
just like push the. If you see them coming, you just push their nose, and they're like, fine.
Yeah, that's what the
They're
girls
like,
do.
Yeah, because I can just reach
Yeah.
my hand in a shark's mouth.
No, not just, but just
Not
touch
in
its
the mouth.
nose.
I
Tip of
know,
its
but
nose.
If you try
That's
to
what I
push a
mean.
tiger's like
you
face,
ain't,
it's
you
gonna
ain't
be
gonna be like, oh, here comes a shark, and you don't see it until it's right here, and you're gonna be like,
Well,
oh,
yeah.
let me just push his nose.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I
That's
know.
what I mean.
What I'm
Honestly,
saying
like,
is,
if you're not going with the great white, I would love to go scuba diving.
I agree.
You guys,
I wouldn't-
Just
I
scum.
wouldn't hate it.
Okay,
scary.
It would be
Will-
the most
Will
awesome
hates
experience,
lakes.
but I would be
like
terrified.
guided out in Florida, maybe, but like just.
Florida has alligators.
No. I'm saying like where
Alligators
you
are
can act,
nothing to
or
go
like say the
sharks.
Bahamas or somewhere like that where you can actually. Florida was the wrong example,
Yeah.
but like out in the Bahamas where you
Right.
can swim with like the stingrays and stuff. I would do that,
Yeah.
but like
Deep sea, I understand deep
Abs-
sea.
there's people
Did you
are-
just say sharks are
Yeah,
scarier than
agreed.
alligators?
Alligators are the most.
Crocodiles and alligators terrify me way
I
more
can
than
easily
sharks.
get
If I
away
was-
from an alligator compared
Dude,
to a
they
shark.
can run fast.
I know,
I agree
but
with you.
I
They
just
can
trust
run
my
fast.
running ability.
You
from
know,
my-
exactly.
Bro, have
Exactly.
you ever seen an alligator eat something or get somebody? Dude, they're freaking for. Oh my gosh!
I
And
literally
a
just-
shark is literally all you have to do. What do you have to do? It's like, okay, I'm in the water. Get out. And you're fine.
What if
And
you
you're
don't have a
fine.
choice?
And you're
Listen,
fine.
now let me
No.
An
talk.
alligator
No.
chases
The
you
boat-
onto land.
The boat's like 50 feet away.
Dude,
That's fine. You can
listen,
still like.
I just
Oh,
watched
no.
an alligator
You're
Tuesday
not
night
right.
just to
You
watch
know-
wildlife again, and I saw that thing chomp on, come out of the
Bro,
water and
it'll
chomp.
break
Just to let you know, you're not smashing that alligator's mouth
Yeah.
away.
Okay, but listen, a shark, I am not swimming away from it. There's no way.
Alligators swim fast
I don't care
too.
how fast an alligator
Freaking
can run
alligators
on
like,
land.
whoa, 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 whoa.
No, to be
I can
honest,
run faster
you
than
know
an
what would
alligator.
scare me more?
I'm looking up how fast an alligator can run.
I think I would rather stay there and like try and hit the shark than swim away.
Oh,
Depending on
100%.
that's what makes me horrified. Like the idea of like I can only swim so fast and this shark is gonna catch me from behind. It's like that same feeling of like when you're sleeping and your feet are hanging out past
my
the
gosh,
covers.
That's why
and you know
you know
someone's
what?
gonna reach up from your
I-
bed and grab your
I-
feet.
Okay,
How
okay.
fast is the crocodile?
In my
An
bed.
alligator can run 20 miles per hour and can reach speeds up to 35 miles per hour.
Oh, great white shark can reach 35 miles an hour. So you take away
Okay,
the
so I
land
can-
prowess of running 20 miles an hour, and then he
Okay,
can
but
swim
listen.
just as fast.
There's no land near a great white shark.
It doesn't
Exactly.
matter if there's land near an alligator.
Yeah, because I can run faster than I can swim.
I know,
Yeah.
but they're still just as fast on land. They're 20 miles per hour.
Exactly,
There's no
but
chance.
I'd
I'd
on
rather
land.
be in water.
I'd rather be on land getting chased than
I
in
can't
the
believe
water.
you disagree. Either way, you're getting killed.
I know,
But if
but
you're
I
on
would
land, you have
rather-
a chance to run.
I would rather face. I would
on
rather.
land, I could try and climb a tree or something.
In an equal area, I would rather face a shark than a.
Yeah, but here's what I say:
A crocodile. or an
facing a
alligator.
shark, you're completely in their territory. Facing an alligator, it's like your territory too
Because you can
because you're on
climb a
land.
tree or jump on
Here's what
something
I'll
if you
say.
need to.
Here's what I'll say.
There's
is
definitely a
if
more-
you're getting chased, then I'd rather get chased by an alligator.
Agreed.
But if you're just standing there like face to face, I'd rather stand face to face with a great white.
I think.
I agree with that one.
Do you understand how big a great white shark is?
Do you understand how much? Do you
Google it.
understand how
The
fast?
nose,
big.
the
They're
nose,
15
here's
feet
why.
Dude, an
Here's why.
alligator's the same size.
No, listen.
No,
Here's
it's
why,
not.
because the
No,
nose,
not round.
the nose of the great white
Lengthwise,
extends
yes.
out past the mouth. The mouth is like
And
down
if you
here,
see how
so you
fast
can
they
smack
snap,
away the nose.
They're like
You're not
snakes. They're like
smacking away
on
that
you.
crocodile
Bro,
face.
crocodiles are.
I
don't
know
be
how
weird.
bad crocodiles are. I just can't believe that you guys actually like.
All right, we're buying a shark. We're buying a crocodile. They're gonna fight to the death.
You two are gonna both fight the crocodile and the shark. Whoever loses has to wear that shirt for the next 5 episodes.
No, we have to go deep sea diving.
Whoever loses has to get eaten by the other person's pet.
Just as like a slap in the face.
We can all agree that snakes are the
Bro,
worst.
a
Yeah,
hippo can
snakes-
get up to 19 miles an hour.
Dude,
All right, hippos are a whole other thing.
the thing with the hippo is you can't even get no car. They'll eat the car.
Could you imagine just like you know how like you're playing football and there's someone that's significantly larger than you running at you? Now imagine it's like a rhinoceros or a hippo
Or a freaking elephant.
charging at you.
By the way, Wheeler signed an extension. But
I was gonna
anyway,
say this was a sport.
polar bears.
Polar bear.
They're like
They have black
Oh.
skin.
No.
Apparently,
Polar bears are the most dangerous bear.
Yeah.
They're bigger. They're the biggest and
agreed.
most
I think they're
aggressive.
only the most
A grizzly's probably
dangerous
gonna be
because
most
they're the
dangerous.
biggest.
They're the most aggressive.
Really, I
Yeah.
thought.
I think a grizzly.
grizzlies are.
Joe Rogan was saying that there's a study that say they're the most aggressive bears on the planet.
Oh, because I literally just heard him say about grizzlies being the most terrifying animal on the planet.
Yeah, grizzlies are scary.
I think.
They had an argument whether a gorilla versus a grizzly bear.
What's the most?
Oh, definitely a gorilla.
What's the most frightening animal to like forget like for example I said a good example is sharks and orangutans. So sharks, because the idea you're swimming in the sea,
Right.
you can't really see, and they're just you see the fin and you
Right.
don't really know, it could be coming up straight
Also,
up
the
in
Jaws music plays. Also,
You know
the
what I
Jaws music plays.
Like, so what would be the most horrifying in, like, scary? For example, if you came across a grizzly bear, obviously your heart would be pounding
A snake.
like an anaconda.
An
strangled.
anaconda would
Like
and then
coming up on
swallowed
it and
alive.
seeing it, that would be the most, like, I mean,
Yeah,
just
because
like,
it's going to be on you in like a split second, and it literally doesn't kill you. It just strangles
like,
you and then eats you
I
whole.
can't fathom.
yeah.
I always think about this with snakes because they're probably my most feared animals. Like one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
It's how like I can't fathom how fast they would actually be to get to me. Like
The
do I have a
worst
chance
part
running
of the
away?
worst
No.
part about snakes.
Their reaction
is how
time
they
is like.
eat things whole.
I
Yes.
know.
It's disgusting.
dude,
I have a fact for you. I have a fact for
someone
you.
eat an entire goat. On
I have a
that,
fact
or
for
whatever
you.
it was. It was
Anacondas
like
can eat
something that
donkeys.
size.
do you know that?
Yeah, I
do you know
know.
that a snake, like an anaconda, completely separates its jaw?
Yeah.
Its
I
top
think
jaw
I've
and
heard
bottom
that.
jaw are not connected. So it completely separates in order for its skin to be able to spread apart to fully take in the animal that it just devoured.
Imagine if they could just watch Netflix.
Where does the food go?
It just digested them.
Yeah,
to
They
the tail.
swallow it and then
the
they.
snake head is like this, then it goes out to the body like this,
Yeah.
and then the tail is back like this again.
I let myself go.
It's all right. In a week, I'll be thin again.
Exactly.
Sheds its skin, which
And
is
the
also
muscles
disgusting.
and the muscles inside a snake's body are move in like a wave
Yeah.
motion to compress and like basically decompose the animal that it just
And
consumed.
A snake should be hollow.
It
Like that's what
basically
it seems
is.
like.
It basically
It is when there's a full cow inside.
Do you want part of this goat? No, I had a full cow for
Honestly,
lunch.
I could do an entire animal episode and be totally fine.
We should listen. Here's what the
we do it
podcast
right
is
now?
becoming. We're gonna open every show with some sport, with some animal knowledge,
Animal knowledge.
Yeah.
just to bring you guys up to
Animals
speed.
are insane, people.
Comment your
Well,
favorite
animals.
animal to get eaten by.
If your most feared animal to be chomped on.
If I had to choose,
Crocodile or shark? That's a good crocodile or shark.
what would you rather
Comment
face?
below, crocodile or
What would
shark?
you rather
What would
face?
you
Crocodile
rather
or
come
shark?
like within 5 feet of? A crocodile
Oh,
on land
5
or a
feet.
shark in the deep sea? In the nearest boat is what's
Agreed.
fair? 50 feet away.
50 feet
Okay,
is fine.
and then
but
the nearest tree or whatever is 50 feet away from that.
Yes,
fair.
that's a good
But here's the
comparison.
thing, though.
Or whatever
you,
you're gonna
you,
jump
you,
on.
you are taking out the fact that crocodiles swim just as fast as a shark, and they're just as deadly in water.
Okay,
If
but
we're
I'm
talking
only
water,
on-
it does not matter. It's equal. I'm dying. I'm dying. But if I'm on
Honestly-
land, I definitely have a better chance of getting away.
If the crocodile's in the water, you're not seeing in that water. That's the dirtiest water ever. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely going.
That's
with
what I'm
the shark.
saying. Like, if they're both in water, I'll
they don't have
take
a fin
neither.
for you to
Also,
I'll take
on
neither
land,
for
but like I
500.
said, I can run, I can juke, I can jump, I can do whatever. There's nothing I can do in the water.
extent of me in the water is this.
No, this is me in the water.
I'm basically just
But here's the
dancing
thing-
for the shark
Here's
to,
the thing,
like,
though.
to
Sharks don't
entertain.
necessarily look super scary. They're kind of just like.
They don't.
Yeah,
It's
no,
the
but
idea.
Crocodiles
Yeah.
like
I'm gonna look
are
up the most.
terrifying.
The idea of
looking.
a shark, you know it's
Look
massive.
up a sea lion. Let me see it.
You want to see?
Yeah, I, wanna
I
see
don't
a sea lion.
understand
leopard
this.
seal.
I don't
It's a
understand
leopard
this,
seal.
Jim. He explained it to me one time, and I
Oh.
can't grasp.
Walruses.
Look at that.
We're just reaching
Look
right
at
now.
that thing. Let me see it.
But
They're
I'll
huge.
say,
Doesn't look like. Look at that. Look at that picture.
you
You
know
want to
what?
see that in your dreams?
No.
You want to,
Let me
what would
see
you
it.
rather face? A shark like this, or an alien demon creature
Let
like
me see it.
yeah,
Let me
with
see
giant
it.
Look at
teeth?
this picture right here.
Oh my! That is not a leopard seal.
That's a
That's-
leopard seal.
that's
I've
fake
never
picture.
seen a leopard seal. And that, wait, hold up.
You've
Give
never
me
seen a
That looks
shark
like a
either.
demon.
That's from a movie.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I've seen the video.
That actually is a definition.
Okay,
of
like
it.
I
that
hate
just
that
looks
it
like a
has
normal
like
seal,
human
though.
teeth. That makes it so much worse.
It still just looks like a normal seal, though. I
But
always
it's
feel bad for
huge.
the seals when there's like one out there and there's just stinking orca that's just chasing them all around.
Bro, dude, killer whales are probably the scariest because of how
Oh.
smart they are.
And how big? Could you imagine?
Bro, did
it's
you
just
ever-
like
Dude, I
pummeling
watched-
towards you
Yes.
in the
Watch
water.
myself
And
like a
it's
whole
usually like
documentary.
16 in a
On-
pod.
I think I'd
I
rather
know. And
get
they
swallowed
just-
by a whale and I can just live out my days as long as I can last.
I
and
know. I
then
want to be
drown.
in that whale that has like the stinking weeds for its teeth.
Dude,
no way I'm
they
getting
shave
bit.
your
I'm just getting
skin off.
swallowed.
They're there. They shave your skin off. They're bristles.
I'd
They're like
rather
steel
I'd
wool.
rather
What, in a
lose.
whale?
Whales,
I'd
teeth,
rather
killer whales,
lose a
those
layer of
teeth.
skin.
They like
Live
shred.
inside a whale.
like the ones that are like that literally just fly
Yeah, like
back
the
and
blue
forth.
whales, like the big like.
Yeah, the
wonder
ones,
if-
the ones that the teeth are like this big.
Yeah.
You know what would be really interesting?
like razors.
And what someone should do if it's not already is they should create like an experience where it's a whale with its mouth open and you can walk from the front to the back. I would do
It
that.
would maybe take.
Dude.
It would take like 5 minutes to go from the front to the back.
Oh,
They're crazy.
Like
Look,
I
just
would do
up,
that.
up.
I would do
Look
that.
at that.
Jim.
I'm just saying that's
Jim.
something I would be doing.
Look how
Look
big
up-
that is.
Jim, look up a YouTube short.
now that's like a sea dragon.
That ain't real.
It's real.
It's not.
Am I wrong?
That's not real.
Yes.
Let-
Validation.
Hand me your iPad. I'm looking up a normal
I would say it looks
picture
the
of a
most
leopard.
creepy.
Dude, what's it called? the like the
You're
the
telling
myth.
me that's the most creepy.
I know. It depends on what picture.
The myth.
You
that
can look up
picture.
a demonized picture of a leopard seal, and of course it looks like
That's just
that. Just looks like an enlarged
cozy and
fish.
cuddly.
I know, but look at this one. Look at the one next to it. It's
It
like
depends
a
on what
dragon.
you
Look up
What's
a
the,
horrible picture of a
what's the
Rouse-
mythical
of a great
creature
white
that
shark,
they
and
talk
that will look
about?
Just as bad.
Oh, that's like an octopus shark or
I
something.
know. I keep when I
It
keep
starts with
looking
an
up
L.
stuff on
It
whales.
starts with an L, but I
That's the
forget.
Loch Ness-
Loch
Loch
Ness
Ness
monster.
monster.
That's not real.
Octopus
Yeah,
whale?
that's right. Something
No,
like
but like
a squid.
when you watch
dinosaur.
look up whale watching and stuff, it
Yeah.
shows videos of this stinking whole octopus with a whale back and it's like eating something. Like, you really think I think that's real? And someone caught that on video. Like, there's no.
But-
Oh, true. Jake saw the
Jeff,
line.
stop revealing all
the-
my secrets.
The orcas, the killer whales, they're so smart that like literally I was watching a documentary on them because they're the most fascinating creatures.
Yeah.
There's a seal on like an ice raft thing, like a big sheet of ice,
Got an iceberg.
and there's like 4 of them, and they're trying to jump up on it. Well, what they realize is that they're gonna flip it. So they all start swimming in and going under it and coming right back up. So it starts teetering, and they keep going more and more and more, and eventually it just tips over and they eat it. And I smack my head.
The
whole
thing
feeling.
came from-
Like one orca takes one bite and it's done.
Yeah, like legitimately, isn't that like crazy? Like you
Yeah,
can't.
no, I
Like,
They're just
know.
gonna
Dude,
tip the
every
entire ice
animal.
thing.
Yeah.
They keep. I just watched a stinking documentary on lions, and like they literally like somehow just know in each other's head what the other one is thinking.
Yeah.
What the heck?
That's a
They're
whole.
like-
Wolves.
We're talking like we're talking like water creatures.
Yeah.
Do you really
yeah,
think
that's-
do you really
yeah.
think like animals actually talk to each other? Like
Yeah.
I think
Like,
they make.
that's
Communicate.
so weird.
I mean, probably only about like important things, not just like how was
game last night?
how was your day.
The Timberwolves got rocked.
I
That
was
zebra was
like
pretty
talking
good
about
though.
like water creatures. That's a whole other game. That's a whole other game. And then you get to like the land animals. Then that's where it's like you want to get ripped apart by a gorilla or just like eaten alive by a lion. That's when you start.
Dude, lions rip you. I just they destroy their food.
I'd much rather get chased by a cheetah
Or
even though
horned
it's way
to death
faster
by
than a lion.
horn,
yeah.
a horn through your chest by a rhinoceros.
I think
Or
it's
tramp-
You're just like
or
hanging up in the
trampled
air
by
on
a
the
giant elephant.
Actually, it would be its knee because the sticking rhinoceros is so cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of animals,
Zach Wheeler.
Zach Wheeler.
God,
Thanks for following along for
Yes,
this.
that was
animal
animal
facts.
talk with the
That's
Everman
actually
guys.
what I enjoy. I love
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
we're
Yes.
gonna do more of that. And if you don't like it, then you're probably not even subscribed anyway. So.
Exactly. Gosh, guys.
Oh, the candle went out.
Oh,
Dang
darn
it.
it.
Too much.
Zach Wheeler got a massive extension. 40,
Massive.
41, or just 40? Or
I-
40?
There's a little bit of
No, it's
fun.
I didn't hear
42.
the terms of it.
Yeah.
42. It's 3 years, 126. $42 million a year. He's the 3rd highest paid pitcher in MLB.
Who's above him? Oh, you.
Verlander and Scherzer.
Some of my GM sport.
Verlander and Scherzer are above him.
Who's the guy that you said? The guy from the Padres.
Snell?
Snell. Is he like actually have a chance?
Balake Snell.
Well-
Phillies?
Yeah.
Well, when
Yeah,
the
he
day
does,
the
but-
day before they signed Wheeler, they said that they've been in talks. And then the day after they signed Wheeler, they're like, "There's never been any serious talks between Snell and the Phillies." So it's like,
Oh, so it wasn't actually. Is he?
Do you know what I heard today? Now, this was just a caller into the radio, and I just happened to turn it on at this point. But so he's not trustworthy, but he said that he got a call from someone out in Arizona and said, "Watch for Zach Gallen to come next year because he'll be a
Really?
free agent, and he's from."
seeing
I
how
think
he
Blake
pitched in the
Snell-
playoffs in Philly.
I think Blake Snell's going to
Zach
become
Gallen.
the next Dallas Keuchel. And
Who?
just
Yeah.
Dallas Keuchel.
Yeah,
No, who's going to become it?
Blake Snell.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Blake Snell. It's like you can't argue against his production, but he does walk a lot of guys.
in his stats that like money once it comes to contract,
Yeah.
he's a beast. But then once he gets his big long-term contract, he's not as great.
But
He'll
two
be
Cy
there
Youngs,
next year.
two Cy Youngs is nothing to sneeze at.
I know,
Two
but
Cy
I'm
Youngs
pretty sure
is
they're
insane.
both
Yeah, they're both on contract.
Yeah,
too.
with the amount of walks he has to win a Cy Young, like he's a very good
I
pitcher.
agree.
Yeah.
He's one of the best.
Yeah.
but that's why I don't want him for a long term.
I think it's like a bridge. You might do a bridge between him and Painter and Abel, because Painter's not gonna be this year.
Yeah.
He'll be next year. So like, I don't know. It's,
Which
it's
is
fascinating.
Someone I'm close to is actually down in Clearwater right now and just got an autograph from Andrew Painter.
Nice.
That might be worth
That's
a lot of money in
crazy.
a couple of years.
When he's the Cy Young winning pitcher.
You can't
I
just
cannot
say stuff like that.
Wait for the pitching staff of Wheeler, Nola, Painter, and Abel.
No.
We're going to be like,
Suarez
dude,
at the end.
Are you
of
guys
it?
like?
know.
So are you expecting Nola to be really good?
Yes.
Fingers.
I'm not.
I think it's going to be the same.
I think
Like, as
no.
the-
I don't
you
think.
think
I
it's gonna be
think he'll
better.
be average Aaron Nola. So not bad, but I'm not expecting like Cy Young.
I think he's
No.
going to get like, what, 200 innings like normal.
That's the thing about Nola that you can't. He gets unbelievable strikeout
Yeah.
numbers.
And he's never on the IL.
Yeah, he's always 200 innings. He's always like got a really good whiff rate, which is very good. And like he's just steady. I know last year was bad, but like he's not that bad.
Yeah.
And that was his worst. That was his worst year. And in the playoffs, he hit another level that he was excellent at.
I
If
don't
he
care
pitches
how
the way he
bad you
pitched in the
are.
playoffs, he could be in Cy Young contention.
Yeah. Yeah. He could.
Wheeler can always be. Wheeler last year had a down year, and it was like, did he? That was a down
I
year.
didn't-
Like that
I
was
didn't realize.
like Wheeler is so good. Just the thing with Wheeler is Wheeler like the Nolan and Wheeler get consistently 6 innings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a lot of pitchers do that, and they're ranked like the 3rd best pitching rotation in the majors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give a well, with if they get when they get Ohtani, but even without Ohtani pitching,
Yeah.
the
Yeah, I
Dodgers
give the
have
Dodgers
got
Walker Bueller.
Walker Bueller, Tyler Glass now,
Yoshinobu
Yamamoto.
Disgusting.
Clayton Kershaw. I mean, he's not, but as a 5th starter, Clayton
As a
Kershaw,
fifth,
like,
yeah. And Walker Bueller's numbers are very close, like the same as, if not better, than Brent Burns,
Snow.
Corbin Burns.
Burns.
Yeah, no. Walker
And Corbin
Bueller's
Burns
beast.
is an ace.
Yeah,
We
Corbin
haven't
Burns
seen
deadly.
Bueller in a while because he's been hurt so much, but like he's so good.
I'm
You know who else we haven't seen in a
so
while? Dodgers, because they don't make it past the divisional round.
Very true. You know who's else rotation? It could be really good this year, but it could also be bad. Is the Yankees.
I was just
If
thinking that because if Rodon comes back,
Rodon
they have
comes
Garrett
back.
Cole, they got Stroman in free agency.
Stroman's okay. Like Stroman's even like
Yeah,
the
but
weak
as a
part.
3
Yeah. Well, and I don't even know the 3 because Nestor Cortez is
Yeah, that's true.
really good
Or as
too.
a
He could be a
4.
3.
You know what I think could happen? Not with the Yankees, but with the Orioles. Is I don't want this because I want them to be really good and I want them to be like
Speaking of the Orioles,
going into
right?
the postseason. I think they could have a bad year this year and Corbin Burns gets upset. Like I could see him being that team that makes it and gets all this hype and then just doesn't make it the next year. Like
I don't see them as that team.
I said before they got Corbin Burns, and I don't think they're making it back. But now that
Really?
Corbin Burns, I could see him making it back. But I could also see them.
It depends. You know, they're like there's 2 teams that are very similar right now. And they're both in the same division. The Reds and the Pirates.
Yeah.
Because the Pirates were actually pretty good last year, but O'Neal Cruz got hurt.
Yeah.
And O'Neal Cruz is really good.
Yeah.
How about the guy?
Ellie Cruz?
Yeah.
Did he just
He
like
just hit a
disappear?
470-foot.
No,
bomb.
that was just
No,
that was his rookie year.
The thing with Ellie
I feel like I heard about him for
is
like
he's
2 weeks and then
super
nothing.
flashy.
Because he was.
But he really wasn't
The
a good
Reds
hitter the rest
also
of
went
the year.
downhill too.
Not really though. The Reds were pretty consistent. They were
yeah, but I don't have any bit of expectations for the Reds.
I
or
don't
the
really
Pirates.
either, but the young guys they do
Like,
have.
I don't even think they're winning their divisions.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're in the same
well, the
division,
Cardinals are
but-
probably gonna have a bounce back year.
Yeah, and the
that-
Brewers are probably going to still
Yeah.
be better than them.
Yeah, but the Brewers might not have any pitchers. They lost.
They
That was
Woodruff-
the thing.
The Brewers only
They
have
still have
Brandon
Woodruff,
Woodruff.
though.
And
He's
Freddie
not
Peralta.
pitching.
not?
He's hurt.
Oh yeah. Well, is he out for the year?
Most of it. Because he got hurt in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
I think he's
So
out for
then
most of
Freddie
the
Peralta-
year.
Freddie
So
Peralta.
they have Freddie
right?
Peralta,
But-
Reese Hoskins, and
Don't even just think
Yeah.
about Woodruff being hurt. He's not even on the team right now. He's in free agency.
No, they brought him back.
They brought him back.
I'm pretty sure.
I
Yeah.
think they
I
did.
thought I heard.
But
just, like, a couple
but
days
the
ago.
thing with their pitching staff is that none of those guys are like legit pitchers besides Peralta.
Yeah, but at the same time, the Reds. I mean, if you want to count.
No,
Hunter
I don't
Green,
think
but
the
he-
Re- I
and
think-
the Pirates don't have any.
Yeah, the Reds
Mitch Keller's
the Reds lineup could be lethal. With if the young guys they have hit
Yeah.
similar to the way they did last year, and De La Cruz hits better, like they're gonna be good.
Yeah.
May as well stop it now. I would like to.
And we're back. I don't even need to say that because really, it's like right back. You know?
Speaking of the Phillies, how do you guys feel about the Eagles? Ian, you had proposed a question to us about
Oh, I did.
Posed.
about their ideal.
Yeah,
Well, he
we,
posed.
obviously the Eagles have to remake their whole entire defense. Basically, they have 2 new coordinators. Running back is missing.
I heard Saquon.
So did I. There's also Josh Jacobs. There's Austin Eckler. There's bringing back DeAndre Swift, Tony Pollard. So I want to know what your ideal Eagles offseason looks like. Doesn't have to be what
number
you
one.
think. Not a prediction. Like, what's your
Okay,
ideal? And
ideal.
Even if
If
you
they
don't
get
name the
this
players,
player-
you don't even have to name a player. You can name that they really need 2 safeties or something like that. Just
Ideal
whatever you
is
think.
get 2 really solid linebackers. I think if you have 2 really solid linebackers, everything else you can make it work. But their number one problem was unbelievably obvious was their linebackers.
I think you need
Which Devin White is out there.
3. You need
He's a beast.
you at least need a safety, a cornerback, and a linebacker. I definitely want him to get 2 at least, and then maybe in one of the late rounds of the draft, drafted offensive lineman for taking Kelsey's spot.
Kelsey,
Well,
by the
they're-
way,
they're gonna
a
move
hand,
Juergens
a
to
hand for
center.
Kelsey.
Yeah, that
a hand
was-
for Kelsey. And we're not going to stop right away.
Yeah,
because
I'm not even saying it.
I know. 'cause
I'm not even saying it.
I
You're
agree.
the one who brought up
I know.
Thomas.
You're- I know.
You always get
I
mad.
agree.
Jason,
I
if you hear it, it's him. He's
Yes.
the one who wants
Jason,
to
you
stop.
can come on here and give your
Anytime.
retirement speech.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was
Phenomenal.
That was awesome.
Jason Kelsey's probably one of the most lovable Philly athletes that we've ever had.
He
Definitely.
might be the most.
The most, yeah.
That'd be an
'Cause even,
interesting conversation trying to figure out who
Bryce,
that is.
I don't want to get too far down, but you put Bryce Harper in there, but then
I don't think Bryce Harper would go above Jason Kelsey.
As
that's
lovable.
my point.
I wouldn't even.
Who really is more lovable than him?
Yeah. I don't think anybody.
Sounds so weird.
I would say Lane Johnson's close.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
The Eagles'
Jason-
offensive line is just like
Devontae.
How can you hate him?
Jordan Mailata, Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
They're pretty.
Yeah,
likable
it's just
guys.
like the longevity and
Yeah.
like the
There's a
how
reason-
long he's
I
been
think
here.
the bright side though for this Eagles offseason is there's so many good players out there.
I think the bright.
They
yeah.
need safeties. Bills just released Jordan Poyer. Broncos
That's
just released
crazy.
Justin
Why?
Simmons because the Bills are way over the cap and they need
Oh,
him down.
jeez.
I think.
And then there's Tre'Davious White out there.
Yeah.
I
think
just
they
honestly.
need
Devin White
linebackers
out
more
there.
than they need anything
Yeah,
else.
but
I
Patrick
think.
Queen and Devin White out
I
there.
think obviously
Yeah.
get whoever,
I would
but
take Patrick
The
Queen.
the
in
best
that.
thing about the Eagles this year is that their offense really doesn't need a lot. It just needs a coordinator who's worth a darn.
I was gonna say they,
They
don't
said
need
Kellen Moore.
anything.
I didn't even realize, but they said all the years that he's been there, he's been a top 3 offense.
That's
all
what
the years in
I
the
was
NFL.
trying to tell
He
you.
doesn't seem that good.
I'm very excited for their new coaching
I
picks.
don't really
Same.
like Kellen Moore.
You know what they should do is go trade for Pat Surtain.
Can I
Broncos ain't gonna give him up.
can I be honest? What scares
Talk
me
about
most,
a lovable guy.
What scares me most about Jason Kelsey retiring is do you think that he heard their plan and he talked to the Eagles and was like,
No,
I do
did
not.
you watch the Kelsey documentary?
yeah,
Well, in that,
I
it's
know,
like,
I know.
He even last year he was like,
definitely.
"All right, I probably should have retired."
He gave the reason yesterday on his podcast.
I know.
I know he could just be saying that. but-
That's what I like. I'm like,
because I honestly, I
I-
keep hearing everyone saying they have an awful feeling. I feel perfectly fine about the Eagles.
really? I have a really bad feeling.
The only thing that I'm concerned about in terms of the Eagles is I could see us not realizing how big of a role Kelsey played
Yes.
I know.
without
He
it's gonna
really
just
calls out-
happen.
He's the one who.
Yes.
I feel like
calls-
he held
Jalen
the whole
Hurts
team
does-
together.
Jalen Hurts isn't the quarterback that goes up to the line of scrimmage and calls
Yeah.
it.
Well, it's like
that's Jason Kelsey.
You hear it every time. It's like the offensive linemen, the defensive linemen, the ones that are being double team, triple team. You hear it all the time. This isn't something you see in the stats,
Right.
but this is what he's doing. Well, I think it's that same mantra, but in a negative way.
I
that,
think I think
you're not gonna realize.
this will show whether Lane Johnson is capable enough of leading. Yeah,
Yeah.
being a leader.
I would say
I
gonna
would
need
put
to
that
be.
all on Jalen Hurts.
I agree. Here's
Now, but
This
I
is
just mean for,
like Jalen Hurts. You better show yourself.
Yeah.
Like I know he already got his contract, but
Yeah.
now that you lost your starting center, you better step up.
my thing with the Eagles is it's not even it's like my issue with the Flyers for years. They were run terribly. They weren't honest. Their coaching staff really just wouldn't get it done, and their front office was just abysmal. Made terrible moves all the time.
Yeah.
The Phillies for years. Matt Klentak was horrible. They had Gabe Kapler as their manager for years. But as soon as they got Dave Dombrowski and Rob Thompson, they started making moves that you're like, I like that move. I get that move. It might not work out,
Yeah.
But I get that move. The Flyers, Danny Briere, Keith Jones, and
Dude,
Tortorella
Keith
come
Jones
in.
just made an excellent move.
Excellent trade. Danny Briere has done nothing but good moves.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't point to one and be like, yeah, that was bad. He literally just got a first-round pick for a guy he got from the Kings.
And a guy that was
A
probably going
top
to leave
10
anyway.
And you also
Yeah.
can't. Cutter Gauthier wasn't their pick.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
like, they didn't pick
They
him.
handled that situation by getting a top-line right-handed shot defenseman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Eagles, like watching their press conferences with Roseman and Sirianni, I see a lot of like
Yes, you
like
hear
a
that,
lot of sneaking around.
But
and
at the
just
same
being-
time, like, what has Howie Roseman done lately? I know
Yeah.
he hasn't been the greatest when it
Yeah.
comes to drafting.
I feel like Howie
but he's
Roseman
been making every move.
Every year,
Yeah.
it's like every other year, actually. He's
The
the
biggest-
best GM of all time, and then he's not good. And then he's the best GM of all time.
A
and he's
source
not good.
really close to the Eagles said that CJGJ is coming back.
I hope not.
Really?
I hope so.
Why?
I like his talent, but I really don't like
I
him
think
as a
you
guy.
just forget about it.
I
Yeah,
know.
I'm forgetting.
I
You just
really
forget
don't
about
like
it, and
him.
you're
I'm
okay with
forgetting
it.
I
it.
know. If he comes back, I'm gonna be like, oh, cool,
Yeah.
okay.
It's-
But
he's definitely one of those players.
yeah,
You're
he
just like,
just rubs me the wrong way.
No, yeah, I totally
yeah.
understand. I hate him right now.
Yeah, I know.
would
If
say-
he came
I
back-
love him.
Speaking of like ideal, like I would say, not necessarily players, but to see Jalen Hurts move more into a mindset of get on my back. I'm gonna lead you. Like, guys, let's get it together. Like you see Mahomes on the sideline. Like you saw Tom Brady
I
on the
would like
sideline.
to see-
Like that's ideal for
Yeah,
me.
I know we
is
all
him coming
loved
out and
it,
doing
like,
that.
Yeah, we all loved it when it was like they were winning and he was just sitting on the sideline and we're like, it's getting to the point where it's like, is he doing this for show?
I was just gonna say,
Or is he
I would
doing
love
it
to see more energy
To
out
not
of
take
him.
accountability.
Yeah,
But
or that.
the only
Yeah.
issue is
Like a
though,
sneaky
the only
way
issue
of-
though is yes, but if he's not that guy, don't be that guy. The issue is that he doesn't have a coach who, like,
Who
I
is
feel
the
like
guy,
Sirianni's message just kind of dies when you lose. You know, like Tortorella, his message gets old after a while because he's so hard on like top tier players, and it's like, well, I'm not a scrub. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
he loses, but like his message holds through any kind of play. If you're playing bad, we're gonna practice hard. If you're playing good, we're gonna practice hard.
Yeah, but,
Whereas
like-
Sirianni's message is kind of like, you guys go have fun, and when
I
it's not
agree.
fun,
And
it's
some
like,
of the rumblings that are coming out of the Eagles is like people complaining that like some people aren't treated the same way as others. And like, well, that's how it is in every
Yeah.
sport. Of course, the main guy is going to be treated better. Like,
If
I think-
if that's the problems that's going
Yeah.
on, then people
I don't
need
think
to just
Hurts.
grow up.
I don't think Hurts has to be a certain guy. I think it's just a matter of like everyone. I think it's a matter of stepping up to the plate.
Yeah.
Like you might not naturally be that guy, but if you want to be a Tom Brady or a
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, you have to be that guy.
I think-
Because there's a
I agree.
reason
I
they're
think
doing
the
that on the
Eagles
sideline.
would be dominant if they had a brotherhood like the Phillies. Like
Oh,
you don't,
no,
you do
The
not
Eagles
see
had that in
Any
2017.
yeah.
Eagles
Yeah.
had it at the end of not last year, but the year before when they
Yeah.
were going
Yeah.
against
Uh-huh.
the
Yeah.
Chiefs in
Exactly.
the Super Bowl.
Well, that's what Cassiano said is like they're so tight. They're such a good group
Yeah.
of guys that it's like even like they're closer than the Braves.
Bryson
They're
Stott
all
said that they
professional
just hang
athletes,
out.
like-
Yeah, exactly.
They all just hang out together.
They're
and
all
stuff like-
professional athletes. They're all in the league for a reason. So it's just
yeah,
like what
I
more
think that-
there's can only be one thing that's missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, any professional sports team that has the brotherhood of the Phillies is going to have a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the Diamondbacks probably were like that.
Yeah.
They
To an extent,
kind of
yeah.
made me
Yeah.
feel that
To an
way.
extent,
And
yeah.
I feel like you
Because
can feel it.
you're sacrificing everything to make your teammates better,
And then-
that'll only make
Yeah.
the entire team better.
And I think there's the outliers. Like I would say the Patriots probably weren't like that.
Yeah.
But they were all just like it's
they were
this
probably
way
just
or
pure
you're
talent.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
but
that
also
way.
it was just excellently run football. Like it was just
Yeah.
purely football. There's no playing around. there's
Outside
nothing. There's just
noise.
football, and that's what.
when
they
you
all
have
had to
Tom Brady as your quarterback and then like what's his name?
Belichick.
Belichick as your coach, like that was just a match made in football heaven. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there's literally not a guy who's so devoted to coaching that like nothing's more important than coaching, and a guy there's nothing more important than being the
Yeah.
best quarterback that he can be.
Yeah.
Like it was just, and everybody around there either got that or didn't. You know what I mean?
do. Yeah.
So ideally, Hurts to take a step forward in terms of running a team and to get 2 linebackers that are really solid.
How much? Okay, I heard this deal thrown out for Barkley, 3 years at $11 million per year.
Is he gonna take that?
Oh my gosh, dude! To have Barkley on the team would be similar to the
people I hear
Niners
talking about
getting
it,
McCaffrey.
That's what someone said. But they
Maybe
also
even more.
But then they were all saying that that's too much money for Barkley, which I almost agree because he's been hurt, and it's like
Yeah,
we
but
just
he
paid
wasn't
$2
hurt the
million
last
to
two
DeAndre
years.
Swift.
But he could be getting hurt. Like it could.
I know,
only
but like
thing
if we can
is-
pay $2 million to
only
DeAndre
thing
Swift,
is
I'll take that. Then $33
They
million
don't
to Saquon
ever
Barkley.
use
but they
DeAndre
might
Swift.
this year. They might this year.
They
Yeah, that-
have to.
But
they
They
But
said
how's he
Brian
use
Johnson.
Barkley
They said the
if they're
main thing
gonna
with
go.
Brian Johnson was that he's a literal like family friend with Jalen Hurts,
The issue
and he wouldn't keep Jalen Hurts accountable.
is
Oh
though
really?
Yeah.
Kellen
I know.
Moore. Kellen Moore is not a run guy.
Yeah, but he
That's
might be
the
more of a
issue.
guy
But
that's
the
willing
thing
to
is,
put
he got
players in the right situation.
He got fired from Dallas because of this reason. Went to the Chargers and had the same issue. All he did was
I
air it
think-
out and
yes.
not run the ball.
But I think the Eagles, how they're currently constructed, need to throw the ball to win.
That's
But
fair.
I don't think so. That's
you have
not
the best
that runs
offensive line
against
No,
the
they need
face.
to. They
that
don't
runs
need to. I
ag-
think that that's going to be a huge part in them
Both
winning.
years they went to the Super Bowl. They had a air attack that was lethal when it
Yeah.
needed to be, and a running game that got yardage no matter what. And when you got yardage, when you got a lead, you could run it down their throat and just bleed the clock out.
No. They're
That's-
still going to be
that's-
able to, whether Kellen Moore, like if they
But that's
put,
what they got away from last year.
Yeah, but I don't think Kellen Moore's going to get so far away from it that like because he's coming in and
I know,
The
I'm
Eagles
just saying
know
a
what their
tendency-
issues were last year.
I
They're
know,
going
but
to
a
fix it.
tendency of a coach is this like a tendency of a coach is like that's what he is. So all I've seen of Kellen Moore is that.
But
No,
I would say the
agree.
difference.
I just expect it to be a
I
little.
would say the difference is though is you think of the situations that say Brian Johnson came into and the situation that Kellen Moore is coming into. It's a little bit different to where Brian Johnson when he's coming in, he's probably not. I mean, I'm sure there's to a certain extent,
Right.
But he's probably not coming in going, all right. You saw what happened last year. Like, we need to run the ball. We need to utilize our top 5 receivers.
also
So
told-
Kellen Moore coming in, he is being told that. I at least I would hope so.
Yeah.
So he's basically getting like these notes up front of like, you are not gonna. At least, like I said, at least I hope so.
Yeah.
You're not gonna coach this team unless AJ Brown is being targeted at least like 15 times. Devontae Smith and
Dallas Goedert.
Dallas
Goedert.
Goedert. Like, in my opinion, he's coming in with those notes up at the front.
Yeah.
Also, another thing.
So
with
that's
him
probably
coming in,
that could be the
Yeah.
difference.
We like we said, he got fired from Dallas and the Los Angeles. He should be coming in with, okay, this could be my final chance.
Yeah.
All right? Brian Johnson probably took that last year as a privilege. It just worked out for him. to
I
be an
agree
offensive
because he
coordinator
came
and-
into a really good situation.
The
Yeah,
thing with
and
Brian
I-
Johnson, though, is it a good situation, though? 'Cause
Brian
here's the-
Johnson did.
What I'm saying is, was it a good situation? Because I can
Yes.
imagine he came into it and they were like, don't mess with a thing. Let everything we did last year, have that be the cool. And it's his first
I
time
think-
being, and he has to take the reins from somebody who did such a fantastic job in Steichen. Totally making Hurts the quarterback he is in this offense, and then being like, "Here is one of the best offenses in the league. Don't mess it up."
Well,
and
the
it's
only
like he's
thing-
also coming in trying to bring his own kind of.
But he's also like I said, they said like a family
Yeah,
friend.
he
of
was
Jalen
he was
Hurts.
Hurts'
I know, but is his
coach a different time, too.
his job accountability? Shouldn't that be Nick Sirianni? Shouldn't if it is, then why isn't Nick Sirianni seeing that and being like, no, this is how we do it? Like, why? It seemed like Nick Sirianni was like, I'm the hype guy. You guys do your thing. And literally changed 2 coordinators. And he was just like, yo, I'm the guy who gives good speeches and we're all good. You guys do your thing. And didn't even look at until midway through the season.
No, I see Nick Sirianni the same exact way,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying. Did you ever really see Brian Johnson go up to Jalen Hurts on the
No,
sideline?
no, absolutely
or
not.
Hurts, even Hurts going over to his offensive
Yeah.
line.
I know.
Every quarterback does that, and you
I know.
never saw.
That's what I'm
Jalen
saying.
Hurts
Like
do that.
Mahomes will do it all the time.
Well, because
And it's
Jason
like,
Kelsey's over there. You know what I mean? Like, he knows Jason Kelsey's
Yeah, but
handling
that's
that.
a problem.
It is.
That's a
I
huge
know.
problem.
But my issue is,
That's a really good point.
I think you fired one less person. I think Syria. Like the more I think about it,
The more I think about it, yeah.
I said I don't know if you should, but the more
Yeah.
I think about it, I'm kind of like, why?
But at the same time, I'm glad it's not Bill Belichick.
No, but
Because I don't want to
I
have
don't
a
know
coach
about
that's
that.
just like completely just like all in. Like,
think
you, of
kinda-
course you want a coach that's all in on football, but like there's no fun.
I
there's
think
nothing.
Yeah, no,
personally,
I didn't want
think
Belichick.
it's a decision
Personally-
on this year, no matter what. But
Exactly.
if they don't, if it's a bad year and they don't fire Nick Sirianni, then there's going to be.
I think
Yeah.
the difference is that like you kind of need it. Same thing with the offense coordinator. You kind of needed a year like last year to be like, okay, like we got to make a change.
Right.
To where I don't think Sirianni fits into that group because, like I said, like I mean, he literally went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like
No, I know.
to
The
come
year
off of
before.
that and still start out the season the way you start out. Like if something crashes and burns like that at the very end, like it could just be
true. But the
I don't
issues
think-
were there. The issues were there in week 1.
yeah. But I'm
The
saying
issues
like
were there all season.
yeah. But in my opinion, that's
but
directly the offensive
you're a
coordinator
coach-
and the defensive coordinator.
When you're like, say you're the GM and you have this coach that just went to the Super Bowl, starts out the year
yeah.
10-1.
I know.
Like we all know it's a very soft 10-1, but it's 10-1.
yeah.
Like,
No, I know.
It's going to
I
be
said it all
extremely
year.
hard to just fire him.
Agreed. But
Yeah,
the issue I have is like, what's his name for the Chargers? Got to the playoffs and had one of the most embarrassing blown leads
Yeah.
of all time.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
the most.
Yeah.
Being up on the Jaguars 27-0.
Oh yeah.
And you
At
lose that
halftime.
game, and they fired the coordinators, and they said, you get one more year. And he was horrible the next
Yeah,
year.
I
Even
honestly
worse
think
than
that
he
if-
had ever been.
If we're like 2-5,
And to go 10-1
I think Sirianni's out
and to
halfway
get
through the year.
blown out by the Buccaneers in the wild card game is embarrassing.
yeah, but that
And
could
that is on a
you
coach.
kind of saw that in the
yes,
players
that is
too.
on the coach, but
And on the players,
the
too.
offense didn't show up.
Nobody
Yeah.
tackled. The
and
offense
not
didn't
even
show
that
up.
they didn't play good. Like they legit had no interest. in
No,
it.
I know.
and like
It was almost
I
like
don't
they
know.
had to,
Which is on
they
the
had
coach.
to play
Yeah.
just to end their
Like
season.
for example, if Sirianni got fired after last year, you really have to like. I get it that you don't want to give athletes or coaches too much of a leash because it's just like there's always someone there to take their place. That's just the way it is. But if you fire a coach after one, he makes a Super Bowl, and then everyone knows the year after making the Super Bowl, what do you have that's the most difficult thing to do of all the teams? Make it back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You're easily number one in maybe the Chiefs were probably the
Also-
most difficult. But if you do that and then you come out 10-1, to get fired after that kind of
Yeah.
season, that to me is like we don't give even a half a chance.
Yeah.
Like you're done if you fail at all.
We can all agree that he's only here though because he made that Super Bowl. Like if
well,
he,
it depends
if
on what he would have done last. Like we don't know.
Agreed,
Yeah.
agreed. But
That's like a
that's how I
speculation.
feel though. That's
I
my
feel like-
issue. That's kind of my issue. Is like I feel like if he's here, that culture that went downhill so fast last year is still here.
I mean, like I said, it's speculation.
Yeah,
But
the
the other thing is-
unaccountability is still here.
If he's gone, say he got fired, can you imagine the amount of pressure that's on Jalen Hurts and
Yeah.
AJ Brown right now?
No, definitely.
Like that.
Yeah, I think that's
Because
true.
right now, all the pressure is on Nick Sirianni. There's nothing really on Jalen.
Which I think is
Yeah.
good for the players.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
but,
maybe
like,
that could very easily just be the
And,
reason.
Honestly, I really hope Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, all those stars that we have really combine together to take that pressure off of Nick Sirianni.
I was just gonna say that. Like, where's
Yeah.
our fight for our coach?
Yeah.
We don't have any of that.
Well, last year
Yeah,
it
that's
was
a good
all
point.
it was all let's go sulk and be mad in the corner
Yeah.
and not talk. You know what I
And
mean?
then
Like
get on
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah,
I'm
and
so
the-
tired. Right, if Darius Slay got released today, I would not mind.
I agree.
Strictly off of social media.
I agree, but he's
But-
a big voice in the locker room. Whereas AJ Brown I like AJ Brown a lot, and I agree with him. Last year he had some legitimate qualms, agreed. But also it's like he had moments where they threw you the ball and you didn't catch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you didn't make the
But
big
sure,
play
that
that
is
you
like
needed
a
to
was
make.
just on
fight.
a podcast the other day saying how
Yeah.
Eagles fans are so rough. He's like, they'll be chanting against you, and when you're playing for
know.
them, it's like,
Who said it?
Just listen.
Who cares?
Just listen to like
And,
them
like,
talk,
they'll
and
like
then
call
listen to
out
like.
people by names. Like they'll know the
I
person
know.
in the stands. It's like
I know.
you're
Just
really-
listen
you're
to the
paying
Phillies
attention to
players
them
talk
too
about the
much.
fans.
Yes, all of them.
Yeah,
every
pretty
single
much
one of
every
them.
single one of them.
Even Suarez after they pulled
Even Nola.
when he was pissed after Thompson pulled him out of that one
Yeah.
game. Even he had nothing but good things to say about the team, the coaching. Like
Yeah.
People rip on Nola all the time.
And he
he
loves
still
it here.
loves the
Yeah.
fans.
Like that's the difference. I feel like and same with Turner. Turner never said anything negative about the fans. He always just was like, yeah, I mean, I'm sucking.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like that's why people are like, don't give him a stand. It's like I feel like he's deserved it because he's been like, listen, I'm crap right now. You
Yeah.
know, what do you want me to do?
If you
about
can
it?
own up to it, then
Exactly.
Boom is probably the best
yeah,
example.
Perfect example.
I actually
Yeah, and
don't.
Turner.
I don't
Yeah.
like the
The
Eagles
night
anymore
that they
because
Who?
we went Eagles. Because we
don't-
went to the link, and they didn't even put the lights on or the music when we walked down the tunnel.
Oh my gosh.
Also,
Is there-
wrap it up that Jake, the tour guide told you that Kelsey's
Yeah, the
sick.
tour. I asked the tour guide if Kelsey was coming back, and he said yes. And he also has a video of Brandon Graham saying he's staying.
Yeah, well, what else is he lying about?
I
So
know,
Brandon
right?
Graham's retired. Fletcher
Guess
Cox
what?
is
Guess what?
retired.
No, guess what? His name was Ian.
This
It
story just keeps
wasn't
getting
me,
worse
I
and worse.
promise.
Well, listen, before we wrap up the pod,
I
quickly
don't tour
we'll go
guide
with the
the link.
Sixers.
We didn't even talk about the Flyers, really.
Yeah, we did.
A little bit.
Well,
Little bit.
Tortorella.
There's not
is
really a ton to talk
a
about. with
good
the Flyers.
coach because he doesn't have stars with him right now.
And listen, it's very
So no one can get
disappointing.
mad at him.
It's very
Sixers could have had a
disappointing.
really good year.
I know. It's very disappointing that
very,
Embiid got
very
hurt. I feel like I didn't even really think about how big of a deal that it was that he got hurt. But it'd be sick if he came back because I said I wouldn't be surprised if they were just like, yeah, it's really bad when it's bad. And they're just holding them out. And
It is
then-
crazy
because
how
everyone
flipping
knows
good you
no one
realize he is.
no one cares about the regular
Their
season.
team can do nothing right now, and when he's playing, they
So
win every other game.
if they make it to the playoffs, I'll watch every single game.
Same.
But it's very disappointing because
It's just
like
very hard to watch. Tobias Harris needs to go.
I know
He is
He
that
said it. He's like kind
crumble
of
cookie.
teetering right now on the edge of being traded. But
We'll
I think
see.
we covered all of our animal facts. Maybe we'll
agree.
start out with more land animals next episode.
We should
Yeah.
come prepared.
We're actually gonna change this to a jungle theme.
Just put like a big lion.
We're
in
gonna
it.
have like a shark like right here. And I'm just.
We should have like a curtain, and as soon as we're done with we'll like close it, and we're back.
But again, thank you for watching.
Yes, thank
and
you
make
very
sure
much.
you're subscribed. And there's like that little icon. It's like a
Yeah.
bell.
It looks
Click it.
kind of like a bell.
Ring that. Listen, we are from Philly.
Yeah.
We are going into
we
baseball
should-
season.
We should start our podcast.
How can you not ring that
ring
bell?
that bell.
Ring
Subscribe.
that bell.
Ring that bell.
Smash that bell.
dude. And on our next pod, I'll be 18. Everyone sing happy birthday!
Everyone's.
I'm seeing
No, you're not on this.
I'm not going.
Go over there.
Get over
I
there.
don't want to be on this side.
Jake, you have to be in the
No,
back.
look at my new MacBook.
But anyway,
And
make sure
water.
you like it because
Oh my gosh, this
that
mic is
means that
so
you liked
high.
it and you're telling us that you liked it.
We appreciate
And
that.
if you comment, we prefer it be something
I hate
supportive.
this one. I hate the side of the table.
This side
know,
table
this is
stinks.
terrible.
I know,
honestly
this is
allergic
the worst
to
side
it.
of the table.
But yeah,
The Phillies
so
jersey's a nice
subscribe and
touch.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's free.
This
a lot
side
of
of the
people,
table's
I think
messy
people
and
don't know that
smells.
it's free.
Do I have to do that?
Yeah, because you're me.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Jim, was there something else you wanted to?
Oh,
There we go. Oh, I hate this.
That was
This is
the
the
worst.
worst.
That was the worst.